Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to A Hat in Time. So, we are at the final for Chapter 2, so this will be good bit of information as far as just what does that mean, does that unlock anything really important, or does it not really do anything at all. It probably is boss fight, considering how none of the other levels in Chapter 2 were boss fights. Act, whatever the big parade was, went very poorly, so my score is not very high. They're at 16p. So that might affect the outcome, and we will almost certainly have to jump back into previous levels to collect these time rifts later on. Like this one in particular looks like it was in the big parade act and I just totally missed it. And this one looks like it's in the Dead Bird Studio act. So let's see what this does. Confirm him as the winner. The conductor has the high score. Confirm him as the winner. So, is that just it? Really? That at the end of the game, maybe you'll get some kind of recap? Maybe they'll try and convince me to play the game a second time? I'm just gonna say yes. He's kind of smug about it. Are you sure you want him to win? Like, can I just not go back and play this again? See, this would be a nightmare scenario. Let's just jump in here for a second. This really would be a nightmare scenario, though, to have to do this whole level a second time. I can hold the A button and skip, I suppose, but yeah, even though this was a mostly just run around and do simplistic things, it still would take time, and I'm not sure that anything I do, even in this one, would raise my score particularly high. I guess I kind of forgot about these existing. And we've got a small collection of... Now, if I come back out here, can I... Yeah, there is a picture. So it's on a yellow building, on the side of a yellow building, that this time anomaly exists on. If there is something that these sewer grates interact with, we still don't have that ability. Let's see, yellow building. Right, this was the one that would have been a total nightmare to do, because you're gonna have to move relatively fast there. Alright, there's the time warp, and it's a red time warp, so it's probably gonna tell us a story about the penguins and their history. Time rift the moon. No, actually that's something completely different. But it does seem like there is something different happening here, because we've got these guys from the band chasing me. Oh man, they were annoying the first time, and they'll be annoying the second time. Maybe I'll get really lucky and they'll just all fall to their own demise. And floating cookies has not been a thing. And there's a wire up here, which is weird. These guys don't seem like they are in any way avoiding me. Well, that sucks. Is there supposed to be a switch here? Or was I supposed to just be able to pull that off? I think I just pulled off the jumps that needed to happen. That's another checkpoint. These guys are gonna knock me all over the place. Let's dump and reset on that one. And oh man, this is not going to work well. Man, this is gonna be a nightmare scenario. How am I supposed to get through that? So that killed me, and this is like really difficult, and I don't know how I would get through that. Right, the game seems like it was somewhat generous, but if I can't figure out how to get through a screen thing, like none of my abilities in any way correlate with that. So either there's another ability that I have yet to unlock, or there's something I've completely missed. Like that. Might as well just jump off the edge there. How they thought this was a good idea, even if this is supposed to be an adult game, which honestly this really just feels like it is kind of uncertain about what it is supposed to be completely. It seems like there were some people working on this team that thought they were making the next most hardcore mod of Super Mario 64, and there were people working on this game that that thought they were making a kids game, and what we get at the end of the day is a weird mix mash of things. The only other thing I can think, and if this doesn't work, I'm giving up, is maybe if I do this, like maybe that would let me slide in the air, because if you crouch down and fly and then maybe hit A, no, I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, that feels like something that maybe an expert could do, but it really shouldn't take an expert speedrunner or game player to figure out this move. Alright, well, back to the hub. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna 100% the game at this point. Like, we've seen a couple of things that are just mind-boggling, and maybe there's an ability, maybe there's a badge or something that unlocks that. So we can't do anything else. Let's just lock in the finale. If this means that, in theory, I would need to go back and play the game a second time, I'm probably not willing to do that. Like, I wonder if this is just gonna be a cutscene. Yeah. It does just seem like this is just a cutscene. Will it even give me a timepiece, or will it give me multiple timepieces?
Thank you, thank you. Oh, you're too kind. No, no, please. Keep on.
Doesn't look like it would be very different if the DJ
Lassie,
had won.
It's you. I did it. I won the annual Bird Movie Award once again. Oh, imagine that face DJ Grooves must be pulling now, eh? Here, take this tiny, insignificant movie prop to match your tiny, insignificant efforts in securing my victory. Yeah, I can probably sell it on eBird for dimes and nickels.
Yeah, so it seems like you get 1 hourglass for finishing
You're
over.
expecting more or something? Forget it. Go, shush, get out of here. I never want to see your ugly mug again.
Let's just put this on just in case it decides that there's some kind of collectible in the area. I guess there isn't. That was way too simplistic. It feels like there should have been a boss fight. It wouldn't have been too hard to have some kind of boss fight against the DJ if you chose to side against him, or the conductor if you chose to side against him. And so that's just locked in, and doesn't seem like there's anything else you can do. This is just one giant empty room. They wouldn't really lock you out of a position so in such a way that you couldn't get all the collectibles. So you would have gotten one timepiece almost certainly either way. Well, this chapter in particular has been a disappointment. Not really good. Let's see. That's new.
The annual Bird Movie Award was rigged. It was an inside job. No one knows about the power of the timepieces. He's been keeping one, and he's going to break it. The truth lies buried underneath Deadbird Studio. What goes on in Deadbird Studio when no one is around? Blow the cover on this thing, darling.
So now we've got more reason to go back, I guess. And yeah, still getting the loading things. She's wearing 2 shades. It's just empty now, so it is a different instance. And it's dark. I figured there very well was something like this was gonna happen. Like the idea that there really would only be 40 collectibles seems a little crazy. Compared to the 120 stars in Mario 64. Although, in fairness, this does kind of feel like a game that, had they had a team of 10 interns or something working on the game, making just the occasional stars here and there, that would have probably been an additional benefit. I guess the good news is we don't really have to goof around so much. Oh man, oops. Seriously? All the way back to the beginning. Just because I fell off the edge. I'm trying to find this collectible, but almost certainly it's way far back in that direction. Do I have the swing hook shot on? And the chapter section doesn't imply that there is any secret thing. I don't think I can make that jump. Where's the switch that moves this? Yeah, that is either a really tight jump or I missed something over here. Which, by the looks of it, doesn't seem like I'm really missing anything over here. So it must just be a tight jump. I'm very happy to not have to sneak around though. And remember the whole game joke mechanic where you were just destroying property? Like that went nowhere. Alright, so they want me to go in the elevator. And I think I may have to, because I don't think I can make it that direction otherwise. She's got the little finger pointing ability enabled. Chapter 2, Act 6 Award Ceremony. And still lockups. And she's not pointing her fingers anymore. I'm kind of glad that there is more gameplay, though, because that would have been really annoying. And it looks like, by the looks of it, we're flying through several sets that were going down several sets that maybe we need to make a way back up to. Is this a stealth mission again? I guess I couldn't really complain too much about this being a stealth mission. But that would kind of suck. And I'm not really sure what what is stealthing me. Honestly. Alright. There's a sticker. Which, okay. We've got a new sticker. That seems to be all this collector thing really points to, though, is stickers. Because, like, I'm standing right here, you would think it would be pointing at that yarn ball. It looks like a lot of unpaid bills. So they're doing some shady movie theater accounting, it looks like. Or maybe this is actually just the next collectible that you can actually collect. So we have to figure out a way in there somehow. If I get on the ledge, I don't think I can. Well, there. So much for I can't do it. There we go. But getting on that ledge didn't actually help me any. Alright, well. That allowed me to ignore some of the sections. Let's see if we can not fall to our death. There we go. Nice rift token. And it doesn't look like there's anything else in here. That helped me. That was not my skill. Alright, so go. You gotta not double jump, I believe is the trick on this one. Or maybe you do need to double jump. There's a thing up here. Alright. They saved me a little bit. Next area. Well, there's good news is this isn't a stealth mission. Bad news. Would have liked some subtitles on that.
No one told us, right? She's got plenty. You don't need this one.
So that's the conductor is the bad guy. I feel like the story would be more interesting if it turned out it was the DJ, but I don't fully disbelieve the thought that it might actually be both of them working together. Although, in all honesty, the conductor had no business making movies in the first place. Or at least the DJ kind of made sense. Let's stand for a second and see where the next collectible is. Where am I supposed to be? Probably we're supposed to jump on the pipes over here. Yeah. Let's see. And we've got... I'm stuck on a ledge I probably shouldn't be stuck on. Some of the sound effects this character makes could be a little bit more emotive when you think about Mario 64 and how Mario kind of did a yahoo every time you would do any jump or any bounce off anything or pretty much any action at all. You would have a pretty recognizable and eventually iconic sound effect. Mario barely had any sound effects at all in any of the previous Mario games, so that they full-on established Mario's voice without actually giving him like lines of dialogue. This is just so the trick here is to hit A, run up here, hit A and then A again, but not use the double jump, because that would have been the problem, is if I had used the double jump after jumping on the wall, because you can't double jump after double jumping on the wall. I wonder if Dead Bird is some kind of movie lingo for a bad movie. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Is there anything collectible over here? Well, it thinks the next collectible is in the next room over, by the looks of it. Oh, darn it. There was a mid-air adjustment that they wanted me to do. I want you to aim for the bottom of those light fixtures. Is there anything more collectible over here? I wish there was more destructible stuff. I mean, I know I am saying the same things over and over again, but it is the same emotion. It is just the same feeling over and over again. Little bits of polish, little bits of ideas that I would have expected the creators of the game to kind of know and have thought about. Something should be breakable, and basically nothing is. Then just don't give me crates if I can't. If I can't break the crates, just don't give me the crates. I would be happier with that outcome. Alright. This is a giant room full of things. And my indicator is not useful, or not useful enough. So I feel like I could very easily beat this level and still not get everything that I should get. Seems like there's just some jokes and puns being displayed. Is there anything over there? From the looks of it, no. I can't get up high enough for that. MacGuffins, red herrings, references to elements. Press right trigger in the air to jump further. What? Yeah, that's the dash button. I know that. But apparently the game thinks I don't know that. Which, in fairness, I suppose I could be proving to it I'm not super good at being able to jump around. I don't know if we really need to collect all these yarns either. Like, this might just be a waste of time. Like, how many yarns do we have right now? 20? 20 yarns with a decent chance that at most there are 4 more hats. And I wouldn't be surprised if the 4 more hats that there are to actually collect are just better versions, less cooldowns of the hats that we already have. It seems like we're getting more abilities based around the badges. Right. Is there something to swing on? What is this? Chekhov's guns. They're not jokes about the same concepts over and over again. It's just they're very similar concepts. That'd be nice. A nice point to put in a checkpoint and not have me fail miserably. Is there something to swing on? So, from the looks of it, they want me to make a long dash this way. And that worked. I got lucky. And then bounce up here. And then, let's see, which way are we going? Are we jumping around to get to that collectible? Or are we ignoring that collectible? There's another collectible higher. Oh. Apparently the cameras do spot you. Come on. Don't completely blow this. It doesn't look like that goes any further though. And I don't feel like I can actually die. Alright, so let's get over here. Framing devices. Alright, so don't hit them either. So just stay out of their light. I suppose that's probably not super hard to do. I don't know if it's really worth the effort to hit this. Alright. That was just a trampoline thing, so that worked fine. These don't switch directions, do they? No, so you're fine. Next collectible is somewhere in that direction. And the camera's turning in that direction, so it knows I'm supposed to go that way. This is gonna be another one of these long levels. And I guess it is technically a stealth level. It's just not been an overbearing.
I should blow it up. I got the bomb from train rats here. Should I use it? Wait, maybe I should save it in case someone shows up.
The conductor does kind of sound like he's the bad guy. And he did try to blow us up once before, so I mean, we can't really deny that that whole train explosion thing happened, although maybe he's just making another movie. I guess this is pointing back the direction, and we were in that room, so we may have missed a sticker. But I am not willing to go back and find it out. Ticking clocks. Thought this horse might do something to me. Well, looks like there might be something more that direction. Do I really need to go there? Yeah, there's a collectible over here. We might as well try to play the game the right way and collect everything we can. My little cursor is still pointing me in the exact opposite direction, and it looks like there's a bunch of wires that might be switches that we need to activate, or might be switches we don't need to activate. Let's see, does that turn off after a certain amount of time? It doesn't sound like it does. So we got some decent breadcrumbing with the collectibles. Alright.
Right as he was about to sneeze. There was way too much sauce on the pizza.
Well, I just kind of clipped through that thing. Alright. Over here. There's another switch. Jump here, jump here. Jump here. Jump up there. There's another switch. And the last one is over there. So. Ah, I got caught. Which that sucks because that means I'm gonna have to go all the way around, and that would have been, that's the one place I would have gotten caught. I mean, seriously, couldn't they have given me at least a partial bit of help? Some form of shortcut? At any point they could have knocked down a ladder. Remember, this has ladder technology. This game does, so like she climbs up them perfectly fine. Alright. What if we were to go this way? That saves me a little bit. Okay. So there was a little shortcut, but not anywhere enough. I like that they put the little footprints here. It makes it nice and easy, doesn't confuse anybody. But it does also put you in a weird position again, whereas for every little bit that the game is helpful... Let me see, do I even have the umbrella on? I'm gonna put that on. For every little bit that the game is helpful, it then gives you a lot of challenge. That doesn't really balance out with that. Alright. So you kinda don't need that very often, but you do need it every now and then. It feels like we should be close to the end. And this feels like as good of a place as any to end it. This was a test screening room. Or offices. So that's supposed to be a Big Bird TV is what it says. And then there's like a DVD player on it. Okay. Alright. So they want me to go up here. Jump that, jump that, jump that, jump that. That was not super obvious. Yeah. And finding the only available path feels a lot different than finding a secret, if that makes any sense. Like if I found a secret and it was something that they didn't intend for me to see or know about, and that got me some extra thing, an extra life, an extra bit of points, that's one thing. All these doors are locked, and also I'm really small compared to these doors, but also the birds would be really small compared to these doors, so I don't know who these doors are for. They all look like they probably just go to the same makeup rooms. And then I think at this point the idea is to climb back up so that the cameras don't see me. And I don't think there's anything to collect over there. So it's kind of just a basic up and then down pattern. So it looks like there might be something here. Yep, these are just makeup rooms. Let's see. Where does this take us? Takes us to a different location. A ton of awards. And a golden sink and a key, so we were gonna have to come around here anyways. So yeah, you have a golden sink here, but they didn't animate like a golden toilet. And then there's just a whole bed around these awards. Is there anything else over here? Nope. So would have probably been a little annoying if it turned out that we walked down this area and then needed a key and had to search really hard to find that key. Which kind of seems what the layout of the game is. And so I can sneak up above that section. And this light doesn't take me in the wrong direction. This is like a giant green screen section. Hit the wrong button. Alright, there's just a collectible here, so we can get that. Just jump up here. And the awkward geometry of these boxes, not making that as easy as it should be. And that's not a good way to add challenge either. Like, that's not what anybody wants. So you don't want to awkwardly jump on a box multiple times to get where you're going, to then just have to try multiple times because you've hit a wall and bounced off a ledge or something. Yeah, that I should have been able to do that in 2 or 3 tries earlier. And I'm not really willing to take the blame and just say I'm that bad of a game player, or that I'm that rusty in 3D platformers that an average player would have been able to do that. I don't even know what an average 3D platformer player would be now, because there's been relatively few of them. Like, sure, I'd probably breeze through this game a little bit easier if I had just played Mario Odyssey or just played Mario 64 or something like that, or any of those games. But as far as playing the games as they come out, Mario Odyssey would have been the only one of any recent time frame to have come out. Can I look at this blueprint? I have no idea what that blueprint is supposed to be of. And we still have yet to see a lock. So we collected this key, and we may not even need the lock for quite a while. This area is blocked. There's Mustache Girl. Is she playing a role and coming back into the game? So, yeah. Yeah, maybe Mustache Girl will show up. And she'll play a role. Or maybe she'll do something to make this a winnable scenario. Alright. Is there something down below that I need to collect? Or should I stay up here? Because I don't think I can get back up. I'm gonna stay up here. And now the camera's way awkward. Alright, thank goodness we could fall without any real penalty. This would have been a nightmare to realize that you needed a key. Skip the bag. It's weird that these clothes would block my way. But I guess they're doing that just to make it a little bit easier on you. So you know where you're going. No real reason to jump across there. This is too long. This is taking way too long. So we're gonna finally have the boss fight. What did I just fall through? Did it reset me? Yeah, it wanted me to jump under that and then jump up on the double jump. Oh, I now realize how I was supposed to have done that time rift, which I guess I'm glad I know that, but that's still gonna be really annoying if I have to go back and do that, and I probably will. This could have been 2 different levels easily. Again, just break it up a little. And in here is the relic, which you basically would have had to known it was there, or have just found the key because you played thoroughly. And my little indicator now is not indicating, so there seems to be no more collectibles. And this does seem like this is going to be the end of the level. It's to take an elevator. Are we going to see anything from the sides of the elevator, or is it just darkness? Well, the conductor has a knife, so it looks like it is going to be a boss fight.
Look who we've got here. I guess you found my little basement, eh? This last timepiece is all mine. If you want it, you're gonna have to take it from me cold dead hand.
This is the first instance of him knowing that it was a timepiece, by the way. He was just calling them thingamajigs before, so he was clearly pretending. Alright.
Here we go.
Alright, so boss fight. Save me, mustache girl. It would be a little weird if this was, if there was a whole different boss fight with the DJ guy in a whole different location. This does seem like this is mostly doable though. Depending on how many times I have to actually hit this guy. It's giving me more life. Let's switch to this. That slows down time.
This one ain't rubber.
So he's on phase 2. I like the music that's playing right now, but it is kind of getting cut out even in the attack motions. But if you hit A lot, you get a decent opportunity to hit X and attack from the air. Time to bring out the big what?
Let's have a little heart to heart. Have a seat, lassie.
Okay.
Ever since you arrived on this planet, these timepieces have been falling from the sky.
Interesting.
Now, I can understand if you feel they belong to you. I get it. But did you know they can rewind time?
They do belong to her as far as I can tell.
With one timepiece, I could reclaim the trophy that belongs to me. That's right. The loss of award 42. I got second place at the 42nd Annual Beard Awards. Me! Can you imagine? DJ Grooves managed to get the first place trophy. I need just one timepiece to fix this mistake. Can't you spare just one timepiece?
No. I think the theme that's trying to be said here is you really can't go back in time and undo your mistakes. It never works. And any time travel story I've ever seen, it's never really worked.
Oh, you're a greedy young lass, aren't you? I just need a single one, and you're one share.
Yep.
Well, if you want this timepiece back so bad, come and get it!
This would be a good point for Mustache Girl to show up and steal it. What do I have? Like what's this explosive thing on my back?
Remember this little bomb? This time it's attached to you instead of me lovely train.
Okay.
1 minute and 20 seconds till self-destruct.
So we've gotta figure out how to beat them fast, I guess. Which I don't think it will be too hard to beat this guy fast. I assume these buzzsaws are not going to Not going to be really much of a challenge.
I'll find a way to defuse
40
the bomb.
seconds until
Time's
self-destruct.
ticking.
We're doomed.
This guy's running around.
Check this out.
He has a knockback when he is does the first attack with the blade saws as a way of not making it too easy.
Time's ticking away.
I need health. Come on.
10 seconds until self-destruct.
Alright, so here's the problem with these. This time I don't have the bomb on me, so the game has either decided to be generous or we haven't even gotten to that point. I suspect we haven't even gotten to that point. So let's try not to pick up our hearts.
This one ain't rubber.
So I don't think the time travel, the time slowing down ability that I can use is in any way helpful. I think you're really just supposed to hit A and jump a lot more. I mean, I could probably just switch it to this hat. Yeah, I don't... Yeah. We didn't even get that far before. So just dodge getting stabbed and hit him. Will always be the last one. So this is where it starts. But that's a crazy checkpoint. How about not? How about I just beat on you some? Alright. So we'll skip all this dialogue and we'll go with maybe.
Thank you, lassie. Oh, you won't regret it. We'll fix this little mistake in history and go back to having a flawless record. Unfortunately, I cannot let you leave this room. I can't risk work at night. DJ Picnic will mock me for cheating. It was nice knowing you, lassie. Goodbye.
So it doesn't matter which response you give, he's still going to put a bomb on you, he's still going to attack you, and you're still going to have to fight the battle. And there's just been too much dialogue
Remember this little bomb?
that the conductor has said
it's
that
to you
clearly the
instead of
conductor
me
is always
looking
going to be the
at
bad guy. So the only real change or difference that we would have had is
and you gotta blow.
one. Alright, so you've got to dash. When he's running around. Mess that up.
What's this?
We're doing pretty good.
Until self-destruct. Where to?
I can't skip this part. We have 30 seconds.
Better cover your ears! This bomb is gonna be loud! Aha!
I wonder if I even need to do a certain amount of damage, or if this really is just a survive the time limit
Did I hurry up?
scenario. It doesn't feel like it's super adaptive on the difficulty. Like it doesn't feel like it gets super easy if I'm having trouble. It might be a little bit adaptive.
Here we go!
Are these seriously? These guys just gonna chase me around? They seem like they are. Like, I've had enough of this fight. I don't feel like this needs to keep going. Like, this is easily a 3 or 4 stage fight with multiple varied possible attacks in each stage. That took way too long. That easily could have been two separate things. A boss fight and then a action just to get to here could have been its own separate chapter. Huh. Yeah, that took like we're going over an hour to do that. So we now have enough to unlock yet another area. And would there be any reason to go back here? I mean, we will have to go back here and do these again, and we could potentially change the finale in some way that maybe the conductor doesn't win, but I kind of question if you can, because it gives you just so much points for these two missions, and it gave me so few points for this mission in particular, although I did it terribly in that mission. Are we gonna get a phone call? No. So it feels like we are actually done with that chapter, and we have 16 relics, which doesn't really mean anything. We could probably buy something. No, we don't even have enough tokens. So the next step would be to go to the new area, I guess, instead of going back over here and trying to do more of that. Mafia Town, by all looks, doesn't seem like it would have changed any. Let's see. Probably could try to do heating up Mafia Town, but I'm not sure if I really need to do that. You're very directionless here. Undeniably, it's just like go anywhere you want, do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Once you've done an entire chapter, it doesn't seem like that matters either. I have no idea what these plants are supposed to do, but I think they probably do something of interest. Yeah. I feel like those plants probably do maybe take you to a different universe or something. And didn't we get this, or is this yet another time warp? This might be yet another time warp, which would be weird, but that might also be DLC. I'm not sure I'm so hot on the DLC at this point, because it kind of feels like it is just stretching out the game. This relic and this relic go together, but I wouldn't be surprised if you need 2 other pieces of pastry. And we didn't lose our passport, so we're probably going to hold on to that forever. We really haven't gotten any more badges. We probably have enough currency to purchase at least 1 more badge. We really haven't made a lot of progress as far as colors go, and seems like there maybe is a few more hat styles out there, but maybe not as many as it would seem. And it kind of feels weird that these are just in a different order than it feels like it should be. Maybe this hat wasn't in the original game and this was added in DLC too. That's a possibility. We have yet to get another weapon. You would think after doing an entire chapter you would get a new weapon, and these contracts just won't even be anything until we go back to chapter 3. So let's see, what else can we say? I guess there's nothing else to say. Like, that was a very, very long wrap up to a chapter that was pretty rough. And in the end, it really gave us nothing other than a couple more timepieces, which just sped us towards potentially getting 40 timepieces. Although, I don't think the numbers really add up there. And we got a ton of yarn for no reason. It's just like way too much yarn in this game. It feels like there's going to be a final hat that requires like 100 pieces of yarn or something. And the amount of currency we pick up in any level is way too little. They could have easily had 10 times as many pieces of the currency, the pawns, and then increased all the prices of badges by 10-fold. And then there would have been a lot more things just in the levels to do and interact with, instead of having a lot of the areas being relatively empty. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of feelings still of very disjointed people in charge of making different levels in different chapters. And chapter 2 could have easily been stretched out into its own game. I suppose the price of this game too, I got it on sale, but I still probably paid about $20 for it. If somebody paid $40 or $50 for this, it would feel a little shortchanging, I think. Well, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.